Hi, I'm Tia, and when I was a newborn baby, I was diagnosed with phenylketonuria, PKU. Every newborn has been screened for this since 1970, but not a lot of people know that just because it's so uncommon that that positive result comes back, but in my case it was. Basically what PKU meant is that protein was toxic to my brain and it would create neurological damage if I were to consume it. I was always extremely underweight. I would probably have 500 to 900 calories a day versus the average person would have 2,000. So I was definitely always hungry, I would say. It was very hard for me to focus during tests and stuff because of that. We didn't think that I was going to be able to go to college far away from home. And so my parents wanted to see a brighter future for me and they wanted more options for kids. So they started the NPKUA and they have been doing research funding galas. So they invested $60,000 at my first birthday party. And that money was going towards making this drug called Palynziq. The most monumental thing that my family did to raise money and awareness for PKU was my mom's trek across Norway. So that was in 2019, so right before the pandemic. So she trained for 3 years. She and her female guide, Elise, were the first two women to ever cross the Swedish fjords down to Norway. And so she had lots of sponsors who would buy her sleds, who would buy her food and her water that she would carry on a 150-pound sleigh behind her for 2 weeks. And it raised $5 million alone just in that one act. And that's what finalized Palynziq being able to be fundraised. And so by the time I was 17 years old, Palynziq was finally FDA approved. I got pretty sick before I became better. I was, lightheaded, passing out in school a lot. I had to quit tennis and lacrosse. That was hard. Then I got the call that my blood levels were 0 and I was able to start eating. So I made an Instagram account called Tia's Food and Fun where I basically just document all of my new tries, what I think of it, whether it was my first time having that food or not. And it's definitely gained a lot of followers from the PKU community, and it's actually given me a network to meet other kids with PKU. I was the only person in Washington, D.C. with PKU. That's how rare it is. And I finally started seeing people from around the country or around the world with PKU following my account, and I could look at their profiles and see that they were just like me. Had it not been for the treatment Palynziq that I'm on, I wouldn't be able to do the little things like eating with my sorority sisters every day. I wouldn't be able to be on the meal plan, and I likely wouldn't be able to go to UNC at all.